So here a cylinder is rolling without slipping and we need to find the curvature radii of point A and B. So I suggest you watch, if you are not done, you just see the 1.53, because to find the radius of curvature we will be using the velocities and acceleration at these points. And how to find those velocities and accelerations I have explained in detail in question 1.53. I'll just give a hint here also, but in detail if you want to see, you can refer to that problem. So finding radius of curvature. So what is radius of curvature? It is velocity square by a perpendicular. So on both these points, we need to find what is the velocity, net velocity. So square of that divided by a perpendicular to that velocity. So that is the formula of radius of curvature. So in first case, it is rolling without slipping, so its velocity of top point is 2v, and the velocity of point B will be v root 2 in this direction. Accelerations of top point. So acceleration of top point will be, so with respect to, so here he has not given, so we are just assuming that the body has some acceleration, and let's say the center is moving with acceleration a, so the tangential acceleration is also a because it is rolling, right? And the normal acceleration will be v square by r. And if it is a uniform acceleration, we don't need this term. So yeah, the normal acceleration is just v square by r. So for let's talk about point A first. So for point A, the acceleration is, so we have drawn all the three accelerations for that, and velocity is towards right and it is 2v. So velocity is 2v and we have these three accelerations. So radius of curvature is velocity square by a perpendicular. So velocity square will be 2v whole square, and you can see that a perpendicular is only an. So these two will not contribute to a normal. So an is v square by r. So you put that and you will see velocity gets cancelled and you are left with 4r. Now B is a bit trickier. So here the velocity is in this direction. So this is the velocity. So again, let's draw the three accelerations. So this is an, this is a, and this is also a. So we need the component of this acceleration perpendicular to velocity. So this is the line perpendicular to velocity. So we need to find the acceleration component a perpendicular that should be along this line. So you can see that these two are symmetric across this. So their components will get cancelled. So we will be only left with an cos pi by 4. So that is a perpendicular, right? So again along this line, these components will get cancelled. So only component left is an cos pi by 4. So radius of curvature becomes v square, velocity square by a perpendicular. So velocity is v root 2. So it is v root 2 whole square by an cos pi by 4. And an is v square by r. Cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, which gives r as radius of curvature as 2 root 2 times radius of the cylinder, our answer. So you can see here that they are independent of acceleration. So it doesn't matter how that acceleration is varying. So as long as they are rolling without slipping, the radius of curvature of all the points on the cylinder is going to be independent of acceleration. So yeah, so if you have some doubts how these accelerations came into picture, you again refer to problem 1.53.